Welcome everybody in my kitchen on a Wednesday evening. It's 6 p.m. and I just started to make dinner. I am in the middle of making queso, and for you to see that recipe, it should be up here in one of the corners. I never know which one. A link to how to make queso. And on top of that, what I'm gonna make today is refried beans, and I'm gonna show you how I make that. And this is gonna be all layered nachos, just to make it a little bit special. So I'm ready to work on the refried beans. I'm gonna use my home canned beans that you saw me making. Into this I'm gonna put in about a tablespoon of bacon grease, but you can use any other kind of lard or oil. I just happen to have it, so I'm using it. That should do it. I'm gonna chop up a half an onion. I'm gonna try to chop this real fine. Let me turn this down a little bit. I probably just do a quarter of the onion, because the other quarter I'm going to use for toppings. So I think this handful is enough for my purpose. Oh, that smells so good. Bacon grease and onion frying. That's the best smell, right? I'm going to try to saute this a little bit slow. Let me finish cutting the onions because I don't want to do this twice. And I like to use toppings like fresh chopped onion, freshly chopped lettuce, and I have tomatoes. I can use that too, but today I don't have tomatoes, so I'm going to use some canned hot peppers, pickled hot peppers, not jalapeno, but still hot, and also tiny. So those are tiny peppers that I can cut small for the toppings. Let's see this. Come closer to the pot so you can see what I'm doing. The next thing I want to do is, this has been just sauteing for maybe a minute or two. I'm going to put some crushed garlic in here. Yes, I'm still using my homegrown and preserved garlic, which is very convenient because it's already peeled and it's just preserved in oil in the fridge. The garlic can burn real quickly, so we're gonna just do that for 30 seconds. A little bit of salt. I don't need much salt because when I canned my beans, I did salt them. A little bit of cumin, or a lot, it's up to you. And a little bit of oregano. Again, just a little bit for my taste. And now I'm gonna put the beans into this. And the way I canned the beans, they ended up not being liquidy. It soaked up all the water. But if you are using canned beans, just drain off the liquid. You don't need the liquid part. Oh, this is gonna be so good. So obviously this is one way of using up your canned beans when you just want a quick dinner. you don't have to cook the beans, it's already cooked. So now we're just refrying it in this delicious garlicky, oniony, cumin and oregano saute. And as you are cooking this, you just want to smash it, and because this is cooked and nicely canned, remember these beans are very thin skinned anyway, so it's good. If you want, you can mash it to really smooth. You can even make a dip out of this outside of what I'm doing, so you can serve this just with chips for dipping. So let's actually fry this for a few minutes. You need to stir this as it fries, but frying means that you are frying it in the grease actually. That will give it that distinct taste. So what I did, I just let it fry for a minute or two, come around, stir it up, and as you're stirring it, it will smash as well. But if you think it's too chunky, you can come here and use one of the potato mashers and just mash it in addition to frying, just like that. It's up to you how long you're gonna fry this, to be honest. When you see the texture looks good, smells good, and you just can't wait any longer, then it's done. That's what it should look like, nice and thick. So I'm done with that. So let's go ahead and assemble our multi-layer nachos. Here's a layer of nacho chips. Here's my queso with the salsa in it now. Oh, that's delicious as can be. Of course, you can use this as a dipping sauce instead of making it into these nachos. My oven is already heated for 350. I'm gonna go ahead and start layering my queso on the chips. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Ooey gooey. That's good. I did half of my queso. Now I'm gonna layer down my refried beans. And there's not an easy way to do this, just dropping it in small pieces. Try to put a little bit on each chip. There's no way to smooth this out because we don't want it liquidy. It will not taste good if it's liquidy. If you just serve the chip with 2 dips, you can't really call that dinner. However, if you make it into this layered nachos, then you can call it dinner. That's the trick. Okay, and now I'm gonna make another layer of queso. Oh man, can't wait to eat. It's hard to make this when you're hungry because you want to just dip your finger into it and start eating the sauce without any hesitation. Okay. I have a handful of chopped pickled hot pepper. You can obviously do jalapeno if you have it. And if you like it hot, you can also put sweet pepper on it if you don't like hot. Now I'm gonna put shredded cheese on the top because you can't have enough cheese. So for this whole dish I used up 8 ounces of cheddar cheese. You can obviously use other type of cheese or a mix of cheeses. Half of the cheese was used for the queso. Oh man, this already looks good, right? So I'm gonna bake this in 350 for 10 to 15 minutes. We'll see how I like it when I like the cheese all the way melted and some parts a little brown. I like it that way. I'm gonna take it out of the oven and I'll show you how to serve it. Yum. I baked it for 10 minutes and I already liked how it looks, so I'm gonna take it out. This is enough time to toast the chips and to melt the cheese enough to your liking. So that's what that looks like. Yum. I'm ready to serve. And of course, you can wait with this so it can cool off a little bit, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna go ahead and give myself my first serving. So don't worry, I will have a couple of servings. But I wanted to just show you how this is gonna look like, how delicious this will look like. Easily enough for 2 people. Of course, I'm gonna put some toppings on. A little bit of freshly chopped lettuce, a little bit of freshly chopped onion, maybe a little bit more chopped hot pepper, and then a little bit of sour cream, of course, and maybe some salsa. If this doesn't make you hungry, I don't know what will. This is so appetizing, colorful, and so crunchy. I'll see you next time.